How are you? Well, that light is bright, isn't it? Hmm. Well, that's probably better. A little too bright. As you can tell, I'm not at home. I am actually in New York. I'm going to an event tonight, and so I'm here chatting laundry, doing New York things. Had a pretzel, had a hot dog, I had a bagel. So I've kind of made the rounds. Um, but wasn't going to miss Laundry Live. I might miss it next week. I'm going to San Antonio, to the San Antonio Home and Garden Show, and I'm flying on Thursday. In theory, I should, provided that nothing goes wrong, I'll be there, but we'll see. Hey, Jenny, um, provided there's no flight delays. So we'll see. But I do have a few questions, and um, if you have a question to ask, if you're watching this later, go ahead and ask because I go back and look, and that's where I get questions. I try to answer them the following week. So, does that say whoop? Hi. Um, well, I'm excited to come to San Antonio. Um, I've never been. I love Texas. I love Texans very much. Um, Thank you. I'm excited. I'm excited to come. Um, I am going to do one touristy thing when I'm there. I'm going to ask about the basement at the Alamo. So, try to get a spotted of cashmere sweater. Oh, um, you can restore it. You generally should not put cashmere in oxygen bleach. It's not wool safe. So, you know, it's generally not wool safe. So, what you need to do, honestly, the easiest way to do it is to soak it, Morgan, is to soak it in uh, hot water with hair conditioner. You can do it with olive oil. The problem is if you do it with olive oil, you actually have to wash the olive oil back out. If you do it with hair conditioner, you can just rinse it out. It'll be okay. I mean, you'll bring it back. It's kind of like when you wash your hair with a clarifying shampoo, that's basically what you did. So it's not something that can't be undone. It can totally be fixed. Just soak it with some hair conditioner and you'll be fine. It'll be just fine. But anyway, I'm excited, San Antonio, and I'm going to ask about it at the basement in the Alamo, which shows my age, and I admit it. I admit it. But I'm also truly very excited to come to San Antonio. I hear it's a beautiful city, and I'm quite excited. And then 2 weeks later, I'm in Houston, which I love. I love Houston a lot, and I love it when it's not hot. So I'm hoping it'll be cooler for me by mid-October. So anyway, I'm in New York, and I still wanted to ask questions, but if you've got any, just pop them in here. Oh, and one more thing, Allison, if you're watching, Allison saw me on the street. She said she recognized my shirt, which makes me think that like I either wear this one too much. The truth is, I think that I have a bunch of them that all look exactly the same because I'm always drawn to the same thing. But she was like, "I recognize your shirt, Laundry Evangelist." She saw me from the back. I was eating a hot dog, and so it was really funny. We were right in front of Rockefeller Center, and uh, so I either need to get more shirts, but I do want to say if you ever see me somewhere, say hi. Don't feel weird. I think it's super fun. I love it when people say hi. So if you ever, anyway, just wanted to throw that out there. So, first question, it was actually on a video I did a while ago about washing dish towels, but I'll answer that in 2 seconds, Morgan. Uh, it was how much oxygen bleach to use in a load. It's almost always a tablespoon to a load of laundry. If for some reason things are really stained, they're really sweaty, whatever, use two. It just makes a more concentrated hydrogen peroxide solution. And then, do not use more than your 1 tablespoon of soap flakes ever. If you need more cleaning oomph, add a fourth a cup of baking soda. So the recipe, we'll call it a recipe, right? Would be a fourth a cup of baking soda, a tablespoon of flakes, and 2 tablespoons of oxygen bleach max. So, any tips for getting ground old stains out of kids' clothes? Yeah, so it's funny, I just said that with baking soda. That's what I was just getting ready to say. That's the trick I use for baseball pants. It generally works. The other thing you can do is take your horsehair brush and your bar of laundry soap, wet the brush, rub it into the soap, and then attack the stain dry. So, what happens is you build up lather in the brush, and if the fabric is dry, when you start scrubbing, the dirt comes up into the lather. So, that's the other trick. So, super funny, Morgan. We're on the same page. Um, um, Jenny, a half a tablespoon of flakes is once you have used the flakes for like a month or so and you've washed all the other detergent out, you can go to a half a tablespoon for a full load. That's where you got it. So you are right if you've already been using the flakes. And so then it will be a half a tablespoon of flakes, 2 tablespoons of oxygen bleach, and a fourth a cup of baking soda. The next question, speaking of bleach, but it's not oxygen bleach. I've had this question twice in the last week. Is there any way to fix something that got bleach on it? I hate to be the bearer of bad news. No, there's really not. I've read tricks on the internet where you can soak in things and the color kind of runs over. It's not really true. Um, the best thing you can do is go to like Office Max or an art supply store where they have Sharpies and a whole bunch of color. Find the best color and try to color it back in. Bleach really does. You don't really need bleach in your house. It doesn't kill mold. It doesn't kill mildew. It really isn't that cleaner that you think it is. Oxygen bleach will like clean your bathtub. Vinegar will clean mold, and then you don't have to worry about ruining your clothes. Um, how do you recommend to clean a front-loading washer? Oh, you know what? If you can, and pour some water in, and you'll find out. Generally, you can just dump a gallon of vinegar in the front-loading washer and throw in a pound of borax and run it on the longest, hottest cycle. There are a couple, and when I say couple, I mean a couple of machines that drain when you pour in it. If that happens, you find all the drawers, the detergent drawer, the bleach drawer, and the fabric softener drawer, and you fill them all with bleach, and then you add the borax and run it on the longest, hottest cycle. What is the best stain removal for an unknown stain? I start with the most gentle and work my way up. So I start with vinegar and water, and then I blot it and see if the stain's going to lift out. Then I go to soap and a brush, and then I blot it and see if the stain's going to lift out. Then I go to oxygen bleach. If that doesn't work, you use an oily soap like Archipelago Spot Remover, Laundress Stain Solution, that sort of thing. You put it on, you sprinkle oxygen bleach on it, let it sit an hour or 2 hours, and run really hot water through it, and that will get it. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Ben, I love it. I love doing these every week because I love to catch everybody. Vinegar cleans mold. Yes, yeah, vinegar, it kills mold. It's incredible. Bleach just makes mold clear. What would be a soap horse brush? Okay, this is going to be very awkward. What would be the soap horse brush trick for cleaning dirt from a sofa ottoman that's velvet? Oh, okay. So here's what you do. I really need to start carrying my glasses. What you would do is you would do it the same way. You'd use soap and a brush. Then you'd take a wet towel and just blot that up. That's sort of how you'd rinse it. Does that make sense? Like you just keep blotting it with a wet towel and then changing the towel until it just sort of rinses. And that's what you do. It's the same technique for furniture. It's just that you have to blot it back up to rinse. I'm excited for the next book too. I'm actually talking to the editor tomorrow. I'm super excited. And I'm recording the audiobook starting on Monday, which is going to be fun, fun, fun. You are very welcome. And I'm glad you got the book, B. Yeah, I'm excited for you to read it. Let me know what you think. Um, okay. The next one, and this is a good question. It's kind of specific, but it'll kind of work for other things. Massage therapist, massage oil on her towels and on her sheets. I know when you're a massage therapist that your oils are very premium, so oxygen bleach is going to take that out. So I would do the flakes, oxygen bleach, baking soda combo, and that's going to make everything great. Um, and I know that you specifically said you do them in a laundromat because you have so many, and that makes so much sense. I would just go to a laundromat that lets you do the warm water. You might even, I normally don't recommend hot water, but for you, I might, just because it'll help break down that oil and make it, because there's going to be so much oil in the machine. Morgan, I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it as well. So if you haven't pre-ordered the new book, it's a great time to do it. There's going to be a download very shortly where you get extra content. So that's going to be fun. I'll let you know the second that I know the date. Okay, the last question that I have on here, but if you've got any, feel free to ask, is how to remove crayon. So, crayon I would use with horsehair and a horsehair brush and soap. And I would scrub it. It's going to lift off because it's going to lift off, but you need a little agitation. So horsehair brush and soap will lift crayon right off of fabric. You'll have no trouble. If it's on paint or something, slightly different story. You might have to scrub a little harder. So, um, yeah. So those are the questions I have. What questions do you have? Anything we haven't covered? Um, Completely unrelated. I'm going to tell you. I'm staying at the Jewel, um, which is right by St. Patrick's Cathedral. It's a great location. Morgan, I'm glad. I love doing these every week. You all, as long as you keep it coming on and you keep asking questions, I'm going to keep doing it because it's fun. When the second book comes, of course, you're free to ask household questions now. Um, but, when the second book comes, I'm going to just expand it to household questions too. So, is there a way to clean a wedding gown without taking it to a dry cleaner? I actually have a video for this. If you go into the YouTube videos, I have a YouTube video where I washed a wedding dress, and I actually did the whole process. And you'll see when I did it, I washed it, and it took about you. The video is edited, of course. I will tell you, it took about 2.5 hours to wash the dress, and that was beginning to end. And the biggest, it would be easier for you because you can actually do it in the bathtub. We had to do it in a tub so that I could film it. You could probably wash it in quite a bit less time. You could maybe do it in 45 minutes or an hour. And then I let it dry overnight and then I steamed it out. The best part is you steam it, but you don't starch it until someone's going to wear it. It's really simple, B. It's easy. Just watch the video. It's so simple. You'll have no trouble doing it. And I've had a lot of people do it. I've had over 30 people I know who I've told them how to wash a wedding dress and they've done it. And they've all had great results. And they've all done it the same way. It's just you got to be specific about the ingredients. I was about to buy a new toilet until you said use a pumice stone to get mineral deposits. It's great, isn't it? It's incredible. And have I told you about toilet magnets? I wanted to carry them in the store. I can't find them, but you can get them on Amazon and you can get them in Amish stores. They're these magnets you put in the tank and they absorb minerals. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. But I'm glad that the pumice stone worked. It's, you know, do you know of any breathable material that isn't see-through? I'm trying to make a cage cover for my bird that keeps her in the dark. Um, you know what? There has to be some because they use it in like costumes. Um, I mean, like heavy linen would work, and it would be dark. Um, I'm gonna have to think on it. I know there are a few out there, but I also want to see a picture of your bird because, I always want to see everyone's pet, no matter what it is. I mean, if you have an alligator, I want a picture of it and I want to pet it. Um, because I'm totally like that. I will pet any animal. Everything I see on, um, black muslin might, because it's pretty heavy or pretty dense. But I will pet any animal. I mean, when I see dogs, I'm always wanting to, So, all right. Well, we have hit our 15 minutes. Everybody have a great week. If I can't be on next week, I will let you know. Um, as I said, I should, but I'm telling you in advance because, if the flight's delayed, I'll miss it. So, um, yeah. Okay, well, yeah, dude. I don't want to come between you and your daughter. Um, so, anyway, everybody have a great week. I'll see you next week. Bye.